Co-meet event and pretty solid opportunity for both guys meet. And Caio Borralho is the natural, and he's a minus 300 favorite in this one. 3-0 in the UFC. He's been pretty impressive so far, for sure. He's been making light work of guys, right? I wouldn't say it's been like the sexiest performances or that you're insanely impressed with his power or speed or really anything of his game, but he's very well rounded, and when he gets you down, that is something a part of his game that you can celebrate because the guy is pretty lethal on the ground. He took Mahmoud Muradov down, kept him there light work. Did the same thing to Armen Petrosian. Did the same thing to Gadzi Omargajayev, and he definitely has the blueprint. But my boy Michel Oleksiejczuk, aka our Polish brother, is low key peaking right now and is on a Sergey Pavlovich type win streak where he's just sleeping dudes early and often in the first round. He did it to your boy Cody Brundage. That fight was non-competitive, and before that, he had that left cross, just beautiful finish over smiling Sam Alvey. And I know everyone finishes Sam Alvey, but he did make it look pretty easy. And his only loss he's won 4 of his last 5, right? And his only loss is to the homie Dustin Jacoby in what was a very close competitive fight. So what are your thoughts on this one? Does Michel Oleksiejczuk, as essentially a plus 240 dog, show Caio Borralho that he's not quite ready for this level, or is Caio Borralho just going to do to Oleksiejczuk what he's been doing to all of the guys that the UFC's been feeding him so far? Who are you taking in this co-meet?
This is an absolute lock, boys. I mean, there's just no way that the Israel Adesanya of Brazil doesn't get this done. That's kind of how I see it right now. You know, free spirit on the neck. It's Israel Adesanya's mantra, basically, at this point. I just don't know if this guy can knock out the natural. Sure, he knocked out Smiling Sam, but let's be honest, who hasn't knocked out Smiling Sam? So I'm not sold yet on either one, but I'm going to lean on the heavy favorite.
If you're leaning on the heavy favorite in this one, how do you think Borralho gets it done? Do you anticipate it being just more of a take-you-down snooze-fest fight that he's been partaking in thus far? Or maybe does he get his first finish, perhaps by submission? 85% is roll of Caio, and there's a decent chunk for that copper sub. Most of it is base for the decision, though. If you're rolling Caio Borralho, the natural, how do you think he gets it done?
It's probably going to be decision, but wouldn't surprise me if he gets a slick submission.
Yeah, interesting stuff for sure. I don't know. I have not yet been sold on Caio Borralho. I mean, great wins for sure. He's been smoking guys, but I want to see what he looks like going up against a guy with just lethal power like my boy Michel Oleksiejczuk has, because Mahmoud Muradov's got solid hands, but zero takedown defense, and Armen Petrosian kind of pillow hands. Same with Gadzi Omargajayev. So I wonder if Michel can stuff a takedown and keep this fight standing long enough to where he can then start landing some of those lethal Polish bombs. And in this one, I think Oleksiejczuk is going to get this one done. Plus 240 of a dog. I think that the natural is essentially about to get killed by the natural-born killer. Call him Woody Harrelson. I think Oleksiejczuk gets this one done. I think he's going to finish him, keep the streak alive, and much like how Blades got slept last week by a guy on an early and often KO streak, I think the natural is getting smoked in this one. But again, he's a plus 240 dog, so we'll see how it turns out, because Borralho might just take him down and smoke him, yeah?
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. He could knock him out. He's got that Polish legendary power, but could be a snooze fest just like last weekend with Little Big Snooze Bro. So throw in the comments who you taking. Are you going with the snoozer or the possible loser?